Well, it's a good win against a very good team. I thought Portland was dangerous throughout the game, and our guys responded well. Clearly, the 3 goals in the first half were huge, and we knew they would come at us real strong to start the second half, and we weathered the storm. And in the last 15, 20 minutes of the game, we settled in the right way to try to just protect our lead and get out of here with 3 points, and we did a good job with that. But they're a very good team, so we're pleased with the win. Nice to see Espinoza get a couple of goals, and obviously Chicho had 1, maybe 2 goals, could add another one. I thought Buda did a good job on the night. A nice starting debut for DeJuan Jones. He did a good job, and I think the team was pretty solid. But they're a dangerous team. They were threatening for 90 minutes.
Abram.
Hey, Coach. How gratifying was it for you to recruit DeJuan Jones, and then so quickly after that he makes such a big impact for you?
Well, I've known him a long time, so I'm not surprised what I saw. And he came here in fairly decent form in Columbus, even though he didn't get starts there for the last couple of weeks. But I'm not surprised by his play, and I think he's just going to get better.
Go ahead, Michael.
All right, Coach, you guys had that 3-0 start to the game, and then they scored right before halftime. So at halftime, did you warn them of losing the momentum, or did you know that you guys would come out in the second half and take care of business?
Well, we knew that we're playing a good team, and they were going to come out as strong in the opening minutes of the second half, and they did. And as I said, we weathered the storm there and settled in a little bit, and we're threatening. And I guess we had 1 goal called back, and then a penalty called back, which I haven't seen it on film, but everybody tells me that he was fouled. So I have no idea what VAR is done at all, to be honest with you.
Kevin.
Hey Bruce, can you talk about the knock-on effect that having DeJuan in the lineup has, mainly keeping Cristian in the forward
that
line?
certainly helps to push Cristian closer to goal, and it obviously paid off tonight.
Mark.
Bruce, were you a little surprised that as good as Portland is, they came out flat in this first 35 minutes? That allowed you guys to take advantage of that?
I wouldn't say they came out flat. I thought they were on top of us in the first 15 minutes of the game. That's my opinion. They were good in the first half. We were fortunate to be up 3-0 because they had some, they were threatening for sure.
Brian and Paul.
So, as of late, it's been a little bit of an up and down stretch, but without, being able to look at the video yet, how close to this being the best, all the way through effort have you seen this season?
It was a good effort. We've had other games. There are games we should have walked away with a point or 3 and failed. So we haven't. We had some poor games. I think Kansas City we played poorly. Charlotte we played poorly. But the other games we were in those games and didn't get the kind of results that I would have liked. So it's all part of it. We're only 11 games in. There's a lot ahead. So. We're making progress, and hopefully we can be a little bit more consistent in our play.
And a little follow-up there. On Wednesday, you're playing that first U.S. Open Cup, the Lamar Hunt Cup Open Cup game. We're going to see a lot of the young guys on Wednesday, or are we going to see kind of a starting lineup?
We're going to field a team that can win the game. We'll take some inventory tomorrow of our players, see where they're at, and make a decision. We have a difficult stretch now. I think we have 7 games or 9 games. I can't remember now. We might have 7 or 9 games in the month of May. I can't remember exactly what it was.
So,
Well, if we win the Open Cup game, we'll have another Open Cup game in the month. So we have a lot of games ahead of us. So we're going to be rotating players one way or the other. And obviously Wednesday will be an opportunity to use some fresh players.
Bruce, congratulations for the victory. What was the key to find that consistency back in the game? And what do you think about the contribution of players? in the 90 minutes?
The water players?
The contribution, the all players,
Yeah,
goalkeeper.
You know, everyone did a solid job tonight. The first part of your question was?
How do you guys find that consistency back? Thank you.
Well, that's a good question. If I knew that, we wouldn't have 6 losses right now. So, you know, we're just working real hard with the team every day. They have a good approach to things, and yeah, we're trying to get a little bit more consistent. And I think, you know, as we get through the first half of the season, hopefully by game 18, that we have a really clear idea of our team, and hopefully that'll allow us to be a little bit more consistent in our play.
The last questions will go with Jeff and then Ivan.
Hey, Coach. First, congrats on the win. You mentioned it'll be 11 games in the season. You're still trying to see. You're still trying to see what you have with this team. 2-part. What is your thoughts on just where this team is 11 games, and also is consistency just the biggest thing you're kind of looking for? Good as you get closer to halfway point.
Well, you know, your record is your record. So we're
Right.
4-6-1. So we're not, you know, we're not pleased where we are at the moment. I think we can be better. Obviously, we have the club has a new coach, a new staff, and this is all new for the players. So we're trying to create an improved environment here on a day-to-day basis, and hopefully that carries out and pays dividends. I don't think you see anything in the short term. I think, you know, when you see or you hear a lot of talk about where teams are at right now, I don't think you can do that. It's a long season. You know, when I won my first MLS Cup in 1996, I think we were 1-7 in our first 8 games. So there's a lot of soccer ahead. You know, I don't know if we're gonna be getting much better or we're gonna go the other way. So it takes a little time, and I think, you know, we need to see our team get to the midway point before we can really determine where we're at and where we have to go.
Thank you.
We got DeJuan coming in, so last question, go ahead.
And what did you make of Usain Buda's performance? He was able to get that goal at the end, but throughout with his combination play with the other forwards.
Who are you talking about?
Usain Buda.
Buda played well on the night, you know, and a nice goal at the end. Yeah, he you know, we put him in a position, I think, he's comfortable playing, and I think he was pretty solid. He's a promising player for sure.
Thanks, guys.
Okay,
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Bruce.
We're joined by DeJuan Jones. He just had 2 assists tonight in his first ever home appearance, 2nd game in total. We'll start first with a question from Robert Jones.
Maybe they haven't shown you where the locker room is yet. I notice you're still in uniform here. Home debut for the Earthquakes, pretty good result in with 2 assists and a resounding victory. You know, talk about that experience today, having been with your teammates just for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah, it's great. Obviously, whenever you can get to a new club and make an impact with the scoring right away, that's helpful. And yeah, I'm building chemistry quickly with my teammates. They make it really easy. It's fun playing with them. So yeah, to get the 4-1 win was good, and we'll use the momentum to keep getting more wins.
Kind of related to that, with the same coaching staff, or many of the same coaches you have back in New England, did that also help in your transition?
Definitely. You know, working with guys that, you know, believe in me and have coached me before, I know what to expect, and you know, they know how to coach me. So it's been good.
Go, Jeff.
DeJuan, first, congrats on the win. Congrats on the home debut. 2-part. What's it like being back with Bruce, especially in a project like this? And second of all, a night like tonight, did you feel as if you were trying, in a way, you want to kind of make a statement to the rest of your team, like you can do this and you can kind of be a guy they can rely on, so to say?
Definitely. Yeah, it's definitely nice being back with Bruce. We had some really good times together in New England. So I want to make more memories here. And then, yeah, you know, it's my first time in front of the home crowd. I want to show them what I'm about, goals and assists, defensive work. So, yeah, I was happy with the 2 assists today. And, you know, there's still room for improvement.
I know it's different than Columbus. What did you think about the atmosphere at PayPal?
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, it was really good, especially when we scored goals.
Right.
And, yeah, it was a good atmosphere, and looking forward to more home games.
Brian, Michael, and then Gabriel. Go ahead, Brian.
So one thing I noticed is that Bruce threw everybody for a little bit of a loop on changing the formation, changing a little bit about who's the defensive help tonight. And it seemed like it took Portland a little time to catch up with that. Is that something that Bruce does a lot with you, saying, okay, hey, we're gonna catch him off guard, but you didn't seem, you know, you and the guys didn't seem, you know, befuddled by it. You seemed like you just fit right in and knew where you were going.
Yeah, we had a good week of training, and we had a good game plan going in. So just about executing, and had a few moments we could have been better, but overall I thought we were solid defensively.
We're on Michael.
All right, well, welcome to the Bay. So what is more gratifying, to get the 2 assists, or would you prefer to get goals?
Ooh, that's tough. Goals are nice, but assist is nice as well. You know, more people can celebrate, and it's nice to be able to set up the goal. I like to get my teammates involved. I was my pass first guy, so always happy to get an assist, and yeah.
Hey, DeJuan. So you've probably been asked this a lot in your career, being a right-footed left back. But if you could choose, if coach asked you where you want to be, which side you want to be on, which would you prefer?
I would say the left, just because I've played more games there. But I'm very comfortable on either side, using either foot to do pretty much anything on the field. I feel comfortable. So wherever coach puts me, I'm ready to go, and I'll give it my best.
Marco, Kevin, Paul.
DeJuan, congratulations on your first home start and at home, and then the 2 assists. You feel now you're able to open up this offense even more, and that where the teams can't just focus on Cristian being the playmaker now, it's the way your ability and your skill set is?
Yeah, I definitely hope so. I think today was a little difficult with their right wing, or their left winger. He kept me occupied, but hopefully in games moving forward, I'll be able to get higher up the pitch and do even more in the attack. So yeah, definitely want to be an important figure for the team offensively as well as defensively.
Hey, DeJuan, how would you describe like the 2 seasons after that Gold Cup run you had, and then how do you understand like the opportunity in front of you now? Like, what do you hope to accomplish?
Yeah, the Gold Cup was a special run. First competitive games for the national team, and since then played with the Revs and played in Columbus, so gained a lot of experience, and now I feel like I'm really can step into more of a leadership role, and I've seen a lot of different coaching styles, and I know what I can bring to the team and even to my individual performance. So this summer is Gold Cup again and World Cup next year, so I'm gonna do everything I can to be on those teams.
Let's ask a question. Yeah, go ahead, Paula.
Paula Maruri, welcome to the Bay Area. Congratulations for the victory, your performance. You're talking about chemistry, how this victory is gonna help you to build that chemistry inside and out the field. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was great. I think coming off 3 losses, it's important to get that bounce back win. So to score 4 goals is great. We have a lot of games in May, so this is the perfect way to start the month. And yeah, we'll use this momentum moving forward. And yeah.
Next question. Let's ask again. Sure, but
So after getting drafted from Michigan State and starting the first 5.5 years of your career on one team, how does it feel having these opportunities to play for different clubs in different parts of the country and adapting to new environments?
Yeah. Growing up, I actually would always tell my parents I wanted to play in California someday, so dream come true, I guess you could say. But yeah, it's really cool. I think it helps you grow not only as a player, but as a man off the field, as a person. So looking forward to this new challenge and exploring, the Bay Area.
Any other questions? Robert.
We've made a lot of attention, or put a lot of attention on the assists and the offensive contributions tonight. The defense was tested pretty strongly, especially in that second half. How did you and your fellow defenders, see the task at hand as in the second 45, and where do you think that that performance came from in terms of being able to hold off a strong Portland attack?
Yeah, like you said, gotta give a lot of credit to Portland. They have a lot of fast, dangerous attackers who are always looking to get in behind. So today it took a lot of communication, and I thought we did a pretty good job overall. Obviously, there's some things we can sharpen up, myself included. Got dribbled a few times, so we can't have that. And again, to get a 4-1 victory and have a lot of things we can improve on, that's always good. So we're looking forward to building on that, watching the film, and getting better for next game.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Chris, we're joined by team captain Cristian Espinoza. 2 goals, and the first one actually was an important one. He just passed Jeremy Abobasi for 3rd place all-time on the all-time career club's goal list. So congratulations, Cristian, and congratulations on the win. And we'll start first with a question from Michael Robertson.
All right, so Cristian, how important was it to get the team started off with those 2 goals pretty close together, and then of course you got this 3rd goal after that? So how much of a momentum push was that for you and the team?
it was really important to start the game that way. We knew that we needed this victory. We needed 3 points tonight, and we were preparing ourselves for the whole week for this moment. And we knew if we stay all together and we keep the compactness inside the field, the result will come. And tonight was a great night for us.
That's from Kevin.
Hey, Cristian, you played like almost every position on the field now. Bruce talked about, like wanting to get you closer to the goal. How did that feel, and what did you notice about DeJuan?
I feel more comfortable, to be honest. It's in the positions that I always played, and obviously it's a lot of work too, because we always say that the first defenders inside the field are the strikers, and we as a forward, we always need to help the whole team in the pressing and in the defensive part. But yes, I feel more comfortable playing over there, and also being closer to the goal is very important for me.
What did you notice about DeJuan Jones behind you, taking your old spot?
It's amazing, to be honest, because you have someone in behind you covering you, and in every time that I turn around, he was behind me, and I think it's very important to have those kind of players, and I'm really happy for him because he did a great game.
You were up 3-1 going into the second half, and Portland came out pretty strong. 2 different VAR calls went against the team, and it would have been easy to sort of lose momentum or lose some confidence there. What was it about the team that you felt was able to keep things strong and to preserve that lead and ultimately a victory?
We knew it that they would come with everything in the second half, and we were ready for it. Sometimes when the legs start to feel a little heavy, there is time to be stronger mentally, and I think tonight the team showed up in that way. We were really strong mentally, to keep fighting, to keep running, to keep pushing the game for each other, and that's really important.
Paula Maruri, me acaba de llegar una información de la MLS. Te conviertes en el tercer jugador actual en convertir 15 goles ganadores, 15 asistencias del gol de la victoria, y el 21 jugador de la MLS en hacerlo. ¿Cómo te sientes de eso? Estaba hablando también con Ray Romy entre semana de anotar el ritmo temprano. Tú lo haces con 2 goles como líder y veterano. ¿Cómo te sientes tú hacer ese objetivo tan importante para el equipo? Muchas gracias y felicitaciones una vez más, Cristian.
Bueno, gracias. La verdad no estaba al tanto de todas esas estadísticas, pero bueno, nada, muy contento. En cada momento que me toca estar en una posición en la que puedo estar cerca de récords o cosas así, realmente me siento muy agradecido, principalmente a todo el equipo, porque siempre digo, lo individual no cuenta para nada si vos no tenés un equipo de atrás. Y nada, durante todos estos años siempre tuve grandes compañeros, grandes equipos, y nada, es gracias a todos ellos. Después, para mí en lo personal es muy importante poder ayudar al equipo, ya sea con goles o asistencias, y hoy la verdad que muy contento de haber tenido esas 2 oportunidades y algunas más para poder convertir y poder estar ahí sumando goles.
Con más orgullo de ver ese Billboard en la 101, ¿cierto? Pues tras de la historia con la MLS.
Sí, muy contento por todas esas cosas, y también porque, bueno, hoy es el cumpleaños de mi hijo, así que
feliz
le
cumpleaños.
pude hacer un lindo regalo.
Gracias.
It was his son's birthday. And also, Paul's question with his game-winning goal, technically, because it was the one that decided it. Cristian Espinoza is now the 21st player in MLS history with 15 game-winning goals and 15 game-winning assists.
Wow.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Mark.
Cristian, the way you guys, really were able to counterattack and pressure them in that first half to get those 3 goals, was that kind of one of the goals that Bruce set up? So this way, they don't have the ball, they don't have possession, they can't be pressuring you guys, and it just seemed like you kind of shell-shocked them, especially with those 2 quick goals early in that first half.
Yeah, we were preparing the game during the week, and we knew if we put a good pressure on top, we can recover the ball in good positions and be able to counterattack right away. And we also tried that against Columbus. We missed a couple of chances to score. and I think that cost us the game in the last game. But today and during the week we were working on it to be more precise in those moments, and today we were able to score those goals.
Next question. That's one, yeah. Go ahead, Ivan.
So next up, you have a bit of a short rest ahead of your local rivals against Sacramento Republic in the U.S. Open Cup. What would an opportunity to advance far into this competition mean for you and this club?
It means a lot, to be honest. Every time that we play U.S. Open Cup, we try to put ourselves in to fight for the title, and on Wednesday we had the first game. It was really important for us to begin the tournament strong here in our stadium with our fans. So I hope that we can do a great game and go through.
Good job.
I'm curious on this. Your history here has really been more on the assist side, kind of feeding the goal scorers and such. What's it like for you grabbing a pair tonight? What's it like for you personally grabbing a pair of goals tonight? Because it's not something you do often. No offense, but what's it like for you to kind of be on the goal scoring side of things?
No, to be, as I said before, it's really important for me to help the team. Is in assist or goals. Tonight I had 2 opportunities, 3 maybe in the first half to score, and I was in a better position than before maybe. And to be honest, every week we are working really hard to put ourselves in those positions to score, and obviously then in the game we had to put the goal in the net. So today I think the entire team did a really good job pressing and recovering the ball in good spot in the field.
Your last questions, Brian, and then we'll call.
So you very much, you came out early this season and took in stride the fact that you were asked to play kind of the entire length of the field, play more defensive. But today, he gave you the chance to roam more forward, be a part of that press. And it seemed like you guys never let up on the press, and you looked like you felt a lot more comfortable today. Did you feel a lot more comfortable, and was that not having to cover so much ground make it easier for you today?
Yeah, 100%. As I said before, today I play in a position that I always play, and I felt really comfortable over there because I'm closer to the goal, closer to my teammates in the highest position on the field. And sometimes when I was playing as a right wing, every time I had to track somebody back, and then I have like 80 meters to run forward again, and it's really a hard work. But yes, I tried my best to do it when I play in that position, and when Bruce during the week decided to put me higher in the field, I feel okay with that, and today I think paid off.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.